505, you can't come with us. 505, you can't come with us. You can't come with us. Come with us.
New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Cheeto, she a pack. Finna guarantee though. Move back, type of view is that on the globe. It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
You ain't stepping 505, you can't come with us.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No hay nadie que pueda conmigo, Dios es mi testigo. I'm the one that shut it down. Just the light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. point. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Velus Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. 52. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Let's go. Faster.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Okay, right?
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he needed to get to the midfield straight, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. He's got him in. Complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the Bears are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and goal, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The headlinesman was right on it. I think they got that spot correct.
Yeah, and so many times officials catch so much grief because of things that may go wrong. You're exactly right.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Yeah, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. Now Jones. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Bears at 0-8 now on the year. And you'd like to say, let's put the first half behind us and start over, but it's likely not going to be that easy.
It never is it? Because a lot of people say, look forward, let's go ahead and start rebuilding, let's think about the draft.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Edmonds again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. To Edmonds on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he He's got his man on the out route. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Robert Quinn in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Real green. Eagle blue. On the ball.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
There's another example. They're playing football and strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders on the Dolphin field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out of bounds, where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line, so great field position coming up. to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this obviously about as short of a field goal as you can get. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
38. Ready.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. They find some open field here. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 25-yard line. 63. He's run it 11 times. Another carry now for Edmonds. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Edmonds will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Ready, ready.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jones on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. And one last throw here for Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.